Hi guys, it's Emmanuel Oyeleke, the creator of Zen Backdrops and the founder Zen Studios, and here you're welcome to Zen Studios officially. Since about 10 months or 11 months that we started operations, that was in May 2022, we've played host to so many amazing individuals. About over 100 creatives have made this their chosen place to create, and in this space of time we've actually played host to about 140 events and shoots that has happened here. It might not look like so much, but I mean, when you think about it, in 365 days or less than 365 days, we've enabled creatives to do what they love to do best 140 times, or even more than that. That's just the official number we've been able to collate. Honestly, this has been something that's been on my mind for quite a long time. It's been on my mind for about 7 or 8 years. I've always had the dream of creating something or a space where creatives can come in and co-create. But for the longest time, it's been the hardest thing for me to do, especially because of the finances. It's really tough getting this much space, especially in Lagos, and creating something as huge as this, especially when you don't have the financial backing or the means that you necessarily require to create something like this. So for a long time, I've always had the idea. For a long time, I've always wanted to do this, but I've always been incapacitated by the thought of starting big or doing it big, or even just the finances to go about it. It's always been a problem. It kept being something that was at the back of my mind that I wanted to do. Even sometimes the thoughts crossed my mind that, oh, even if I leave Nigeria at some point, it's something that I will not be able to rest until I have achieved or I have done. And that's one of the reasons why, you know what, I just decided that it's enough. It's time to act, rather than wait for the perfect time, or rather than wait for me to have all the money that I need to create the kind of dream that I really wanted to create. I said, you know, why not start small? So this Zen Studios, the first iteration of it, is the molecular version of my dream. I mean, it's big, but it's just a tiny piece of the kind of dream that I have, or the kind of dream studio I envision for me to create. And starting off small has been such a blessing, because at least I've learned what works, I've learned what doesn't work. I have the experience now running a studio of this size and magnitude, and I'm looking forward to what's next. I'm looking forward to what's to come. Zen Studios, for me, what I envision it to be is a mecca for creatives. No matter whatever type of creative you are, if you're a photographer, illustrator, if you're stylist, makeup artist, it's a space for you to create whatever it is that you want to create. And we're getting better every day, and we're adding new products and services to what we offer, to at least make sure that we are able to actualize this dream as much as possible, as much as we can. Yeah, that's it. I think Zen Studios has actually created a lot of opportunities for people that didn't have this much opportunity before. Even for me, I can say for me, it's created an environment where impossible is nothing. So gone are the days when I'm shooting, the size of the space used to be a restriction. It's given me the opportunity to see that, you know what, we can create much more. We can do much more with whatever it is that we want to create. This space gives us the freedom to create, and that's why the slogan or the watchword for us is create your best work. So we want you to create your best work. We want it to be an oasis of some such for creatives, so that when you get out of the hustle and bustle of Lagos life, when you get out of the traffic, you get out of the very, very crazy situation out there, the agberos and everything, you come to a space and it calms you down. It gives you almost like a parallel reality from what's going on out there, so that you can actually calm down and create your best work. That's what it has done for me, and I'm sure that that's what it has done for a lot of other creatives that have had the opportunity to be here. We've had workshops done here, we've had events done here, we've had some sort of exhibition done here, we've had like meet and greets, hangouts done here, we've had shoots, production shoots, video shoots done here. Even we can say that in a very modest size and capacity, we've been able to add so much more to the development index of the creative industry in Lagos and Nigeria at large, and indeed Africa at large. I think it's the soul behind it, it's the core message behind it. We want you to come in and create your best work unhindered. We want you to be able to create and even much more than you were thinking achieve. That's the soul behind Zen Studio. Also, we aim to create the most lively and the most enabling environment for every creative. So when you come in here, we make sure that the environment is the cleanest inside the studio, is the cleanest it can be. We make sure that it's free from chaos. We make sure that it's cooled and controlled as much as possible to the best of our ability. We make sure we take feedback as much as possible when creatives come in, and we ask them what else they would like to see. We try and take that feedback and act on it. We want you to be at ease. We want you to be inspired. And that is why I feel like I know that Zen Studios is different. We're able to inspire other creatives even to do much more than they even think they can achieve. Some of the challenges we faced building and running Zen Studios, first of all, definitely number one is finances. Putting up this kind of monument, would I say monument, or edifice, or would I say edifice, or establishment or structure, even in Lagos in this day and age, is not honestly, I will tell you firsthand, it's not easy because we started from the scratch. We built this place up, ground up, from the foundation up onto the walls and everything. So structurally, it took quite a little bit of blood and sweat. So financially, it's not easy. That's one of the challenges, but we were able to, from personal sacrifice and hard work here and there, we're able to, and even support from friends, from family, from colleagues in the industry, we were able to see it to a conclusive end. Someone like Share Shop Ship came in and asked us, oh, would we need equipment? Oh, do you know, we can get you equipment and then you can pay over time. And that was a huge relief to us. It was a lot of collaboration. Someone like Tosi Junaid would say, oh, what do you need? You need this? Okay, you know what? I'll provide this for you at this time. So how do we balance the commercial aspect with the need to create a space for creatives to be able to create as they will? It's such a tough one because the cost of running business in Nigeria is just skyrocketing. I think it's all around the world anyways, but Nigeria is such a peculiar situation. It's such a peculiar case. But to answer the question, we're able to subsidized through personal sacrifice. I know we have to be profitable at some point. So in order for us to be able to achieve or get to that stage, we're hoping to have a lot of specific or strategic partners who create on a regular basis at Zen Studios, and obviously they can have like retainer packages where they're able to create on a regular basis and they pay in advance for these services. At least that cushions the effect of running out of cash to run the business. And also, I said personal sacrifices, that comes in handy also. And it just goes a long way. Strategic partnerships and being able to subsidize as much as we can also helps us keep the doors open to even creatives that need the state-of-the-art facilities. We have a camera, we have the lights, we have the space, we have a makeup room, we have all sorts of things available to photographers and creatives to be able to achieve their dream vision. What are the hopes and goals that I have for Zen Studios in the coming years? One of the major goals I have, or hopes I have, is that this place will become not just this place as a physical location, but the idea of Zen Studios will become something that would garner a large community following. It's something that I hope becomes a mecca for creatives, even from all around the world. So when there's need to do anything in Nigeria, I'm saying in the nearest future anyways, we have hopes to expand to other African countries anyways. When there's stuff to do in Nigeria, in Africa, the first thing that comes to mind, is top of the mind, is Zen Studios. That's the hope above all other things that I wish that we can achieve. So what's the most memorable event or shoot that has happened here? Honestly, there's been so many, and honestly I'll be doing it a disservice if I'm talking from just my own perspective, because there are shoots that happen here and I don't even know anything about, because I'm not part of the shoot. I wasn't here when it booked, I wasn't here when they were shooting, and I'm sure there are so many amazing ones that I've seen that I would have loved to even be part of. I've seen sets being built here, I've seen video shoots being done here, and I was just like, wow, this space can be so versatile. But for me, to my own recollection, what I would say is one of the most memorable events that happened here is the Zen backdrops pop-up. It's very memorable for me because it kind of encapsulates the reason why we started the space. It was something different entirely, and we had hundreds, I kid you not, hundreds of creatives right here attending a backdrops exhibition, creating on different backdrops set up already for them, and just having fun. We had some people playing games, we had some people dancing to music, we had a lot of people just having fun and having a good time, creating in a relaxed atmosphere here. And it was even hard to get people to leave at the end of the day. So for me, I would say that has got to be one of the most memorable events or shoots that has happened here. From just my little exposure, I would say know your audience, be passionate about what you're doing. It's important. Know a little bit of business, or a lot of it if you will. If this is what you're chosen to survive, to survive as a creative, then you have to know a little bit of business. You have to be structured, you have to be organized. I'm talking to myself too. And as much as possible, you have to know how to form relationships. And last but not the least, you have to know how to collaborate. So collaboration, I think, going forward is one of the biggest things that would take us where we want to go, because we cannot get there alone. So once again, thank you very much for joining me on this journey, and I can't wait to see you here at Zen Studios, where we create our best work. Thank you.